I just noticed that I am exactly level 100. Hey everybody, Dude Souls here, and welcome back to Dark Souls 2. Last time we started a new path from Majula, coming to Huntsman's Copse and defeating the Executioner's Chariot in the Undead Purgatory. This time, I have one goal in mind. Beat this area. Also, get that item over there. Oh god, I'm gonna have to do the Executioner's Chariot run up again. Alright, I guess I'll go do that. You know, the more I replay this game, the more I realize that these Executioners really aren't that hard to fight. And the people who just complain about the gauntlet before the Undead Purgatory are just mishandling the entire situation. Alright, now how to get down here? I think your best strategy is to just walk right down. Because if you land up there, you're gonna have to jump, and you're just gonna roll off into the abyss. Right here you get Ferrous Lockstone and a Token of Fidelity. Token of Fidelity. I don't know what that is, actually. Proof of helping another world's proof of helping another world's master. That can actually get you to join the Blue Sentinels if you have not, like, participated in, like, any boss fights online. So, if you're interested in joining the Blue Sentinels and you just can't really find a match, then, you can right now. Alright, now I'm actually gonna make progression through the Huntsman's Copse because, you might have figured this out by now, but, the Undead Purgatory is an entirely optional area. I think I actually skipped it the first time I played this game. Because the first bridge, well, I didn't skip it, more of miss it, because I did do it eventually. Yeah, it's very missable, just being on a random bridge that you technically don't even have to cross. I recall last episode calling it bridge number 1, so yeah, that could easily clue you in on it, like, not being the actual necessary bridge. But I still think it's very much worth going to because there's a really cool covenant there and a really cool boss fight with a really cool boss arena. Alright, yeah, going up there is the bridge number 2. There, yeah, I mean bridge number 1, but here's bridge number 2. It is very big and it is also elevated, so, oh, there's a dog right here. Hey, stop jumping. Okay. There's also an undead rogue right here. Let's just take care of that guy. There's a cage with a hole in it with a lever in it. So let's pull this lever. And I believe that should, yeah, see, the bridge is already coming down. That was easy. There's another rogue. There's 2 more rogues. There's 3 more rogues. Okay, I don't know where all of you guys came from. Like, the first one makes sense, but the next 2 just came out of nowhere. All right, you're down. Moving on. Moving on to more of Huntsman's Copse. Now there's another cage, but there's a door that's locked, and there's a bonfire in there. Yeah, a bonfire behind a locked door. Now where have we seen that one before? Alright, so going past this pile of burning bodies, there's actually 2 ways we can go. We can go to the left over the bridge, or to the right over this, through this cave. Now this is entirely up to personal preference, but I personally like going to the cave first because that's technically more like optional, not optional, but just like other content. Oh god, there's curse jars. Alright, right there we got a magic mace and a titanite shard. There's these skeletons rising up. And yeah, you can see that skeleton's health bar is maintained over its head. So you could probably devise that there is some black magic coming into play around here somewhere. Ow. Yeah, there's the black mage right there. That's actually kind of dealing a lot of... Oh god, there's a lot of skeletons. I need to heal real quick. Please allot me the time. Thank you. No, hey, I was gonna do the spin attack. Okay. Spin. Uh-oh, that completely failed. You know what? I'm going to not run past... Oh, now you're all getting healed. That's fine. You know what? I'm gonna run past all of you and just target the mage. There. Now you can stop respawning. And now you can stop... Okay. There are 5 skeletons all chasing me right now, and I need to get out of here. Oh, this is not how I wanted this cave to go. This is not how I want... Oh, okay. Alright, dodge that attack. Stab. Come on. Do a jump attack. Another one down. There's so many skeletons. Please. Just... be decomposing. Thank you. Now, over here is actually a bridge to the area where you would be able to cross the bridge. Where there's also a undead / hollow, I can't remember, rogue. Plus, also, you saw that there was an arrow whizzing by our face, so there's definitely another rogue somewhere sniping. Alright, further through this cave, we encounter a gate with no way to get by it. Okay, well, naturally, this is the part where you just have to admit that there's not much further to the cave. You gotta come back to it later, and you gotta go to the bridge part. I'm just gonna, I'm gonna go backwards, just to show that this does indeed come from the bridge. There are a lot of undead rogues right here. Okay, yeah, here's the bridge. All the rogues next to it. There's the pile of burning bodies over there. And yeah, that's where we came from. So going down this path, there is a pathway upwards that you do want to go to. Up here, you're invaded by a dark spirit known as Merciless Rayona, or Merciless Rona, who wields a scythe. So let's just go and beat this dark spirit. You know, using the same strategies we always use, aka just getting backstabs. Actually, it might be a good idea to just start stabbing her with the... Oh yeah, see? She's already poisoned, so now I just have to sit back and wait for her to die. Or she can use this Estus flask. Oh, she used it twice? Well, that's too bad. I guess I'm just gonna have to... Yep. Man, having poison on a thrusting weapon, like, having, like, poison infusions on a poison thrusting weapon is so good because it's so fast, so you can just poison anything if you get a good window. We get an Undead Lockaway key. Now, I'm actually going to abandon this path for now, because I want to show you what the Undead Lockaway key does. Hey, want to know what that bonfire in that cage is called in the game's menus? The Undead Lockaway bonfire. So let's just run in here and light the bonfire, and immediately notice the creepy guy sitting in the corner of the room. Who you can't target, so, you know, he's not hostile.
Who are you? I thought you were that bastard for a moment. You've set me free. Now I can find him. The cheeky prick. He won't know what hit him. I am Creighton of Mirror. I travel from land to land to hone my blade. I've heard this land was full of danger. I thought it would suit me perfectly. I joined forces with a man on the way. But he was no more than a backstabbing knave. He took the first chance he had to try and off me. I decided to set a trap for him here. But then I got trapped myself. I can't believe that I was so dense. Thank the stars that you came along. You be careful of him. Pate, I think he said. He wears this rather unusual ring. You'll know it when you see it. I've seen his type before. He kills entirely for the pleasure of it. I'm sure I won't be his last victim. The man's better off dead. I tell ya, he's a slick talker. So don't let him fool ya. Pate, the man with a strange ring. Watch out for the slimy rat. And don't you believe a word he says. I'll find the common foot bad and put an end to his roguery.
Fist pump.
Pate. And
Yeah, so you could probably devise this from when we first met Pate. Of course, well, he was the one who locked us in that gauntlet where, in the Forest of Fallen Giants, behind, like, the ballista room. So, yeah, Pate, I don't know if I said this earlier, but Pate is definitely the Dark Souls 2 version of Patches, who appears in Demon's Souls and Dark Souls 1 and Dark Souls 3. By the name of Patches, but Pate is essentially Patches, but just with a different name. A backstabber, smooth talker who tricks you to get onto his side, but then eventually kicks you in the back, or whatever he does in the other few games. Wait, no. He kicks you in the back in Dark Souls 3 and Demon Souls. I don't know what he does in Dark Souls 1. So don't fact check me on that. But yeah. So Creighton of Mira going from land to land to hone his blade, who was trapped by Pate, who's just going hither and thither, allegedly. You may have also noticed that once we rested at the bonfire and reset the area, oh, hi there. Creighton actually disappeared from his position. So, yeah, I guess now he's just looking for Pate. So, going over here, there, behind this pile of rubble, you do see, like, the exit point of a fog door. So, that's interesting. Going behind this waterfall, you see the entry point of that fog door. And going back here, behind the other side of the waterfall, you're going back into the cave. This is the same cave as earlier, by the way. You may have seen that we were getting shot at from that ledge right there, so I'm just gonna go kill that black mage before any respawn shenanigans happen. I do not believe the black mage respawns when you rest at a bonfire. Don't quote me on that, but honestly, I don't even know. I'm taking a wild shot in the dark. That spell it was guarding, that's combustion. That is this the... Okay, yeah, this is like the melee pyromancy attack. The simple sheet of fire in front of you. Now, gonna jump for this item. Okay, human effigy. A whopping 40 lacerating arrows and 3 prism stones. I don't think there's ever been a time in the history of me playing this game where I've actually used a prism stone. Alright, there is a skeleton guarding that switch right there. This is the gate that we saw on our first visit to this cave. And we get an Estus Flask shard for returning to it. So, yeah, definitely go through this gate. I mean, definitely go through this cave. Definitely go on the back route. I almost just walked right into that pit right there. Alright, time to go back into the fog door to see what's going on in this place. Meet the Skeleton Lords. Immediately, you see three Skeleton Lords drop down from their thrones. They are wielders of magic, of both magic and melee attacks. One holds a scythe, one holds a bone staff, and the other has some kind of pole arm. I don't know. The first one I want to go for is the Pyromancer Skeleton Lord, because, you know, ranged attacks are very annoying to deal with. And I should actually maybe maintain some stamina. You know what? You decided to come attack me, so I'm gonna go attack you first. Alright. Yeah, the Skeleton Lords, 3 separate enemies, all with different movesets. If you've played Bloodborne, these probably had some inspiration, or I guess some cooperation with the Shadows of Yharnam boss fight, because those are 3 dark-spirited enemies with different fighting styles. Once you kill one of the Skeleton Lords, puffs? No, not puffs. Fireballs. Yeah, explosions and fireballs will appear from their body. Plus, once you kill any Skeleton Lord, a bunch of skeletons are going to spawn. And, yes, they do contribute to the boss health bar, so you will have to kill every single skeleton in this room, alongside the Skeleton Lords. Oh, I just dodged right into that fireball's trajectory. Alright, let's do the spin attack to hopefully do... I only did 51 damage to overall skeleton numbers. By the way, those thrones are destructible. Yeah. If you ever think you're gonna run out of room or something like that, I don't know. You can destroy the thrones. You won't get much room out of it, but it's better than nothing, I guess. Okay. Yeah, you can also use the pillars of bones as field, just like field items to separate enemies and stuff like that, to hide behind. I'm just gonna put my focus on attacking the skeletons, because I know that if I kill another one of the Skeleton Lords, then there's gonna be another wave of skeletons coming to attack me, and I don't want 1.5 waves of skeletons plus 2 Skeleton Lords attacking me at the same time. Ooh, I think that Skeleton Lord over there is on pretty low health, so I kind of want to avoid attacking it. Okay, there's 2 skeletons down. Another one. Another one. Okay, that skeleton's almost dead. That one's dead. Firewall right there. Alright, that's every skeleton of that wave down. You see how much those skeletons contributed to that health bar? Look, it's already below half, and I've only killed 1 Skeleton Lord. So let's just finish off this guy right here. And that'll cause the body to explode. Yeah, boom, there it is. And then a new wave of skeletons is gonna spawn in. Each wave of skeletons is different, because you may notice these skeletons are an armored variety. They have higher defense and higher attack, and I'm going to die if I don't get out of the way faster. There we go. Okay. However, with the increased rank of skeletons, there are going to be just less of them in general, so they are kind of harder to deal with, but also kind of not. Alright, let's kill you. Yeah, we only had to kill, like, what, 6 skeletons in that wave compared to the, I don't know, 12 of the last one. But now we're down to the last Skeleton Lord. Yeah, you do your firewall attack, which gives me a perfect opportunity to attack you from the back. Yeah, my stinger's at risk right now. And after the final Skeleton Lord dies, his body's gonna explode. Skeleton dropped a human effigy. And we have Bone Wheel Skeletons! Yeah. These guys, who will just immediately spin dash towards you, just blazing speeds. They're really annoying, but there's also only 2 of them, so you don't really have to deal with them too much. I believe these are the only 2 bone wheel skeletons you'll ever find in this game. So yeah, that's the skeleton. Oh, you're still alive? Really? Alright. Well, I guess I'll take this final chase down to kind of briefly go over the fact that each of the skeleton lords sends out previous... Oh, my stinger broke. Skeleton Lord Soul. My weapon broke. When a weapon breaks, you can't repair it by resting at a bonfire. You actually have to go to Leningrad to get it repaired. That sucks, man. Yeah, I was gonna say that each Skeleton Lord has a predetermined characteristic of their wave. Like the one with the magic will always send out the bone wheels. I learned that on my 3rd playthrough of this game, where I killed the ranged attacker first, and then I just got attacked by all the bone wheels. So yeah, that's the Skeleton Lords. Not really that hard of a boss fight, but very visually interesting. Plus also very gimmicky. So, yeah. Alright, let's read up on the... Okay, let's read the Executioner's Chariot soul first. I think I skipped that. Soul of the Executioner's Chariot that holds control over the Undead Purgatory. The chariot was created only to torment undead, and it took the form of a horrendous mad steed, a window into the soul of its master. And the Skeleton Lord's soul, who reigned from deep within the Huntsman's Copse. The old Iron King commanded the capture of all undead, but those charged with the task were overcome by the curse. The old Iron King and the undead curse is a very interesting tale, because from the environmental storytelling with all the weak undead just like wandering around aimlessly, but also like running out of fear of something and just rotting in the jail cells, plus the existence of the Undead Purgatory, the Executioners, and the Manhunters, or the Executioners, the Undead Purgatory, and the... I don't know, what's these other guys' name? The Undead Huntsman, yeah. Basically, Huntsman's Copse was a stage for undead prisoners and those afflicted by the curse to basically just get thrown in and forgotten about, while hunters can chase them around just for fun. Which is really ironic, seeing as how the rulers of the Huntsman's Copse, the ones who assume control of it, and the one that controls the Undead Purgatory, who's supposed to be punishing the undead, they are literally skeletons powered by dark magic. So going across this other raise and lower bridge thingy from Huntsman's Copse, let's continue on. Welcome to a ladder that has half of it bitten off, so I can only get down here. Welcome to Harvest Valley. You may have caught a glimpse of it, but yes, that is a dead person with buckets in front of a poisonous pool in front of a bonfire. Before the bonfire, I want to talk to this NPC right here.
Are you a traveler? I'm Chloanne, an ore stone trader. I travel about collecting rare stones, which I sell to make my living. I never planned to visit this god's forsaken place, but I don't know. I just sort of ended up here. I must have just wandered in. But now that... don't look
I'm
at
sorry.
me like that. Many of these stones are quite useful. For instance, certain stones are used in smithing. Oh, now your ears prick up. I've extras if you can pay. This is my trade, after all.
Stone Trader Chloanne. She sells bonfire ascetics and titanite shards, plus also the spells. Soul Appease, which is one of the last miracles preserved in the Undead Crypt, inflicts heavy damage on mindless hollows, but no effect on anything else. And then Dead Again causes bodies to explode.
I came here in search of rare stones, but the place is nothing like I was told. All this poison, and you can't get very far inside. Don't just go haplessly wandering about. These stones may look all the same, but to the trained eye, each is unique. Some of them are used to smith weapons and armor, and some unique stones provide special benefits. Some of them are extremely rare and should be used with great thrift. None of the differences are easily spotted, but I've learned quite a lot, really. Drang Lake. How is it that I ended up here? It's funny. I can't seem to remember. I've searched every nook and cranny here. I suppose it's time to move on. Perhaps we'll meet again, if we live that long. I've searched. Perhaps.
Alright, I guess that's Chloanne the Stone Trader.
I suppose it's about time I.
Suppose it's about time I move shop. So it seems like she's also forgetting how she got here. And, well, we've seen what happens to people who apparently feel the need to move their shop. Alright, let's head back to this bonfire right here. And let's head back to Majula because I need to spend some souls and spend some money on repairs. Yeah, as you can tell, Chloanne has moved right to Majula.
Oh, fancy meeting you here. Speak up if you need anything at all, alright?
Alright. Stone Trader Chloanne doesn't have anything new for
These
us.
stones make.
Blah 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 blah, these stones, blah blah blah.
You know how they call this place Drang Lake,
Oh,
right?
new text.
Well, in the old lore, in stories and the like, they said it had another name. What was it? Well, I don't know. It's just something I heard. Since long, long ago, many kingdoms have risen and fallen on this very spot, each like a great flame that turns to soot. Maybe that's why people don't remember much about the past. You see that blacksmith over there? Is he one of those hollows? He seems to keep eyeing me up. He sort of looks like my father. He's a blacksmith too, you see. The poor man's such a worrywart, but he wouldn't follow me out here, would he? I was born in a land to the west, Volgan, famous for its merchants. They were great, bustling cities. But for me, they were suffocating. And so I set out, in search of stones in faraway lands. There are dangers, for certain. But I much prefer to live this way. But for the life of me, I can't remember how I ended up here. It's as if I were drawn to the place, or lured in. Oh, I don't know. These stones... None,
Yep, same text.
Well, what was it?
Alright. Let's talk to Leningrass then.
I knew you'd be around soon. Go on.
First thing I want to do is I want to repair my stinger. Next thing I want to do is see if I can... No, I have not picked up any Twinkling Titanite recently. Dang it. Alright, now let's talk to Leningrass, because Chloanne did say that he bared a resemblance to her father.
How goes your journey? Take these. They should help a bit.
Wait, is this something I could have gotten a while ago? Oh, the blacksmith's hammer. Yeah, you could have gotten that a while ago. This is, where is it? Alright, blacksmith's hammer. This is a blunt weapon that is, it's, similar to the craftsman's hammer, but in my opinion, you probably would have had the craftsman's hammer for longer, which means that, well, you definitely have it leveled up more.
Drat. You're worse than my reckless daughter. Don't spend your whole life in transit, you hear? You'll need souls to repair. I know only.
Wait,
of
is this
Don't
the
waste
tutorial
your
text
souls.
that I haven't gone over?
My witless daughter
There we go.
finally came home, just as oblivious as she's always been. Well, at least now I can keep an eye on her. Stones? Try asking my daughter. You might be surprised. Drat. Don't spend
Yeah.
your whole...
I guess that confirms that Chloanne is the daughter of Blacksmith Leningrass. It's pretty cool, I must say. Because you don't really get to see any families or anything in the Dark Souls series, so it's just something different. Something new, something fresh.
Oh, hello again.
I do want to talk to Malin, though, because... Actually, no, he's
I came from the... Have you very...
not being that useful, blah, 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 Blue Sentinels. Why the hell am I here? Why the hell am I here? Blah, 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 blah. Yep, more merchants from Volgan, not knowing why he got here. Oh no, I walked into the house. I need to go talk to the Emerald Herald, because I did pick up another Estus flask in the Huntsman's Copse. Or another Estus flask shard. Oh, Emerald Herald, wake up.
Is that a here?
Yes, it is a shard I found. However faint it might be, Estus flask shard. Boom. Alright. Estus flask strengthened.
There.
Oh wait, no, we also have to level up with her. Duh. Alright, let's do vigor and endurance. Actually, no. Endurance and adaptability. Yeah. One other thing that I want to talk about in this video that I've neglected to go over for a while is back down here in the House of Majula. Because you can see, there are more flames on the...
I was born
on
in
here.
The land of Mira.
Oh, someone else from Mira.
He was locked in the dungeon for multiple murders. But shortly before his execution, he managed to escape. And the other day, I saw a fellow with a striking likeness. And then... Wait. Well, I think he looked rather similar. No, it's true. I saw just such a man, I swear. I believe his name was... Cray something. I believe. They shared some resemblance, I think. Even more flames have appeared. I don't know what causes it. But there is something greatly comforting about that flame. It seems to fulfill something very precious. Deep within the soul. Something essential. I would not venture far into that hole. It was... Did you see it?
Yeah, so... according to the cartographer, this man named Cray something from the land of Mira, is a known serial killer who escaped his own execution. And just who exactly was a character who hailed from Mira that we found in Huntsman's Copse? Creighton. Yeah, we may have just freed a serial killer. Anyways, what the heck is this map right here? This map of Majula that I've very much neglected to go over. We saw that once we beat the last giant, we saw a flame appear on the map. There are certain things in the Dark Souls 2 story mode that once you accomplish them along your journey, you will light up the flames on the map. So far, we have accomplished 3 of those. We have defeated the last giant, we have defeated the Duke's Dear Freya, and we have defeated the Lost Sinner. So that's all we have for the map for now. I guess maybe we'll check in with Kale sometime later. Well, I say we made some good progress today. We beat the second half of Huntsman's Copse, we beat the Skeleton Lords, and we got a bunch of story content accomplished. So, next time on Dark Souls 2, we conquer the Harvest Valley. You better have a lot of poison moss equipped. See you guys then.